Hey Libra, this is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or wherever you might have strong Libra placements in your chart. I hope you're doing well. Knight of Wands. So you've been taking action on something, but you look at it, putting ideas into action, or recently, you achieved something recently, which might have taken a lot of physical activity, a lot of strength and stamina. Good for you. You might be having to also keep a check of balancing yourself out a little bit more. Now we've just had a Libra new moon, so you might have been struggling to keep yourself in balance, Libra, at the moment. You know, taming the beast within, keeping a good right balance. Perhaps you've been a bit overactive recently as well. You might need to be looking after yourself a bit better, maybe taking a bit more rest. Whatever you've been doing recently, Libra, then it's been bringing a lot of fulfillment, which is really good. You could have just recently achieved something that you're quite proud of. That took a lot of, took quite a lot of your energy, your stamina. Yeah, but you're still focusing on what, you know, where you're going with your active plans here. Active plans, watching things grow, watching things evolve. Things are evolving for you, and you know, might feel a bit slow. You know, you might have also been recently been concerned about your love life as well. Well, you might have, you know, a couple of options here, and you're not, you know, you're taking action perhaps towards one. An option. This could be in work, this could be in love, this is a general reading, this could be, you know, however this resonates, but, you know, making a decision, choosing a direction that might have had you in two minds, had you a bit stuck. Also, you might have also found that you've been dealing with quite a lot of communications recently. You might be finding that you're a bit overwhelmed with, maybe, you know, inbox is a bit full. Maybe you need to pay attention to you know, communications are coming in, judgment, because there might be a lot of stuff that you need to deal with, or you might need to communicate quickly with someone about a certain situation. You need to do that and speak up and be, you know, perhaps also more direct in the way you do communicate. Whatever it is that's, you know, that you're having difficulty with, and that could be staying strong, you know, within your focus, you know, having focus that you need to maintain here. Mental clarity and being able to put your ideas into action, being able to think things through in a logical, rational way, and understanding how to, you know, bring these things and ideas that you're having into fruition. Yeah, you might, throat chakra, need to do some exercises, do some chakra cleansing, clearing, that will enable you to, you know, discuss, speak, communicate your ideas as well here, you know, more succinctly. Perhaps there's ideas that you're having at the moment, but you're not finding a way to express them, and you're not finding a way to, you know, perhaps solidify these ideas that you're having, this, or even communication. There could be some communication difficulties too, when you're trying to get your ideas across, or when you're actively carrying out your plans. Whatever it is you're doing, it's you know, it seems to be you're making quite a big contribution to something in your life here that requires a lot of mental agility and a lot of activity. And this could be where you are. You could be finding it difficult right now to balance, you know, your physical, mental energy, communicate more clearly. You know, this could also be, you know, a typical Libran issue of your head and heart, you know, at loggerheads here, not always being able to make judgments or decisions because you have judgment as the outcome, and it could be that you're making judgments based on your logic and reason, and you're not, or you were in your recent past were making decisions, but, you know, from your heart space, not addressing, you know, a situation from your logic and reason. And you might be feeling, you know, you might be feeling a bit cold, detached as well, in the Queen of Swords energy, which is a bit, you could say harsh, but more likely detached. That's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So in a kind of detached but logical way. And you could have been recently, you know, affected by something which has hurt your feelings, hurt you in some way. Your feelings of feeling hurt. Your barrier might be up with the Queen of Swords here, and you could even be turning your back on a situation that you could have, you know, invested in here, which could have involved also helping people or helping someone in particular. And it's a bit like you've run out of steam, and you're not going to tolerate, you don't want, and you're not prepared to tolerate anything that sort of disturbs your inner peace here, anything that sort of disturbs your, you know, your environment, your home life, your peace of mind, your, you know, anything that threatens that. Libra, you know, want no parts here. You might well be finding it difficult to keep balance, as I said. And you also might have to look at, you might be juggling a couple of situations, and one of them might not be might not be moving as quickly as you might like it to, or that you're in a situation collaborating as well. There's some collaboration here, and you're going to be, this time around, if you like, you're going to be much more decisive, much more clear about what you what you are and are not prepared to do, accept. Being more direct, not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings, but also being able to be assertive enough to Queen of Wands, bottom deck, King of Wands, put ideas forward, carry them out, via energy, not just the ideas you're having, not just maybe the projects you're working on, but definitely to know how to put them into action, to have help from others who, can be helping you at this time. putting, actively putting your ideas out there. But you can't, it's like you can't afford any sort of time wasting here, or anyone who's wasting your time, or anyone who's going to sort of upset you, or upset your process, or upset or interfere, or unwanted advice as well. It's like you're prepared to take advice, but you're not prepared to listen to, negative, unwanted advice. You might be also considering cutting out a few people in your life, environment, community, however this resonates, who really aren't sort of serving your highest good, and really aren't even, I wouldn't say sabotaging, but almost like, it's almost like getting in your way, or bringing your vibration down, making you feel, yeah, you are lovable, making you feel unlovable, making you feel bad or guilty, or, that you're not, living up to whatever other people expect you to live up to. It's kind of like any, false impressions people might also have of you. You're not accepting that either. Any gossip, anything that's being, might be, being discussed, or any unwanted communications, some things that don't add to your life. You're not accepting anything that doesn't add to your life. So anything that takes away from you, and even be that, making you feel a bit, after, being around someone, making you feel a bit, depleted, or a bit depressed, or, just you're not feeling, feeling good. You're beginning to notice more, perhaps your third eye, your crown chakra is opening more. You're beginning to notice people's energy a bit more, and having to learn to deal with, not, shutting people down, not necessarily shutting people down, but just saying, no, not today. And you might also be noticing how other people's energy is also affecting you, and needing to learn how to, without upsetting people. Libra, you never like to upset anybody, so can be too nice sometimes, and too kind, when really, it would do you good to speak up a little bit and be more assertive, and say what you mean what you say. You can have a conversation. When you've had enough of that conversation, you can, you have the personal power, the right to be able to say, no, I don't, this is where the conversation ends, or I don't want this conversation, or divert the conversation, if it's something that's making you uncomfortable, or if someone is making you feel uncomfortable without even often realising that they're doing that, but even intentionally, throwing shade at you, you're not going to sort of accept that, and perhaps you have been, not, being a bit too tolerant, being a bit too, accepting, very typical of Libra, to not, to not want to upset the peace, to not want to challenge anyone or create any conflict, and perhaps you've been avoiding standing up for yourself because you haven't wanted, any kind of conflict to go down. You love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and perhaps, this is a part of your learning to love yourself more, is to your boundaries, make your boundaries stronger. Be aware that you have the right to do that. Every right to do that. So it could be something you're needing to learn, how to, make your boundaries more real, put those boundaries into action. Knight of Wands, King of Wands here, you know, actually making them real. And this could be something you've been struggling with, Libra. You know, it's safe for you to love. Yes. Open your heart, work on your heart chakra, rose quartz. Your heart chakra, it's a Libra stone, a heart chakra, Venus, is ruled by Venus, so be sensible to carry a piece of rose quartz, or wear some. Yeah, moving beyond ancestral patterns. There could be generational curses, for example, that, you know, you feel burdened by, and these could be literally ancestral patterns that you are in a place where you are in a position to stop these, break these, change these, learn from spiritual experiences. You've been having a lot of unusual dreams, perhaps you've been even astrally travelling. You can make, you know, accounts of these dreams, because there could be spiritual messages that you need to pay attention to as well. Any spiritual experiences you're having, take notice, because you're learning through these, and also shame and trust in the higher forces. And medicine mother, so yeah, your inner knowing, honour your inner knowing. Don't talk yourself out of doing things, and don't talk yourself out of when, you know, you have an understanding, a nudge, a realisation, an epiphany, a download. You know, take notice, honour that inner knowing. Don't talk yourself out of what you already know. It's an easy thing to do. We do it all the time. Yeah, and just also stay rooted and grounded. You need to earth yourself, Libra, a bit more. You know, walk barefoot in on the grass. Go out, walk barefoot. Do some base chakra exercises in grounding, meditation. Yeah, so you are being advised to ask for help as well. If you need help and you feel like you're doing all the work in a particular scenario, don't be afraid to reach out to others and ask for help, because you might be also being weighed down by a sense of too many responsibilities. And that's why you need to communicate more directly and with more clarity and vision, really. You know, using your intuition as well when you do so. You know, speak in the moment, assertively, not aggressively. But you have help around you, Libra. You know, you are your help. You have help. You give help, and you have help. But you definitely need to understand how to perhaps make decisions more based on your intuition as well, because you also maybe, as I said, you're often stuck between the rock and the hard place, the heart and the head, and knowing when to operate from your intelligence, from your logic and reason, and knowing also when not to, and that's, you know, the pathos of Libra, forever trying to keep this in balance. And as I said, there might be a lot of things going on in your life that require a lot of mental agility, you to be, you know, very focused, mentally, you know, tuned in here, but also to understand when your intuition is very important. Amethyst, carry some amethyst, for example. That's relates to your third eye and your intuition. A crystal for represents Pisces and Aquarius. Your crown chakra and your throat. Your third eye. But your throat keeps coming up as well for some reason. I'm thinking you might be having imbalance in your third eye, your crown, and your throat chakra at the moment. So solar light, throat, amethyst, crown, and third eye or brow chakra, and rose quartz heart. So yeah, so other people's input, balance again. Well, we are in Libra season and Libra new moon, so this could be your challenge right now, Libra, and you could be really feeling this. And to also take into, as I said before, take everyone's input into consideration, but you don't have to take everything aboard, and you don't have to agree with everybody. So viewpoints to merge and create better solutions, yes, but take your time, don't rush. So think things through. Also, the balance, the head heart balance here. Yeah, because there'll be some news. There already may be news you're celebrating at the moment, Libra. It could be your birthday. If it is your birthday, happy birthday. If it's been your birthday, happy belated birthday. You're about to have a birthday, happy birthday. This could be something you're about to celebrate. You might be celebrating now, and there could be some news coming in that's going to kind of lift your spirits. Announcements. You might be invited to a wedding or graduation, something nice where you're with friends that you cherish. This could be happening for you now. This could be about to come up for you, or this could be happening in 3 months' time, 3 weeks' time, or even in the summer. So you might want to be making some kind of preparations. You might be making preparations at the moment. 489. Yeah, logic and structure. So yes, you use logic and structure and reason to increase your success here. Get organised, and be a leader. If you're being called to lead in any situation, circumstance, take this as how it resonates right now. But you're being called to sort of step up and lead. You are, be firm and compassionate, which is what you are capable of doing as a Libra. Firm in your views, firm in your viewpoints, with your intellect, and also being an earth sign. That's a strong point for you. And also with compassion, with your heart. So you can do both. If you stay in balance, you can do both. You can lead, and be firm in your ideas, firm with your communications, direct, as strong about in this area, as well as, obviously being considerate, compassionate, and keeping your heart chakra open. So 6, it's another card, Lovers. So any choices that you're making, you could be making plans to get married, long-lasting, something long-lasting, or have something more, solid here. But the choices, or could be just doing something differently, or moving house, or what do I mean? Making, maybe renewing wedding vows, for example, as well. Choices that made from the heart. Obviously will bring a return to better health as well. Yeah, summer again. So Now you might be coming this next year, this coming up summer 2022. You might be reconnecting with people from, people from your past, or start to remember events differently, because you might be in a healing process where you're beginning to, you've healed from lots of stuff, and you're beginning to have better memories, of these things before, because you've gone through a healing process and you're not carrying, any sort of resentment, anger or bitterness, towards things that have, might have happened before. So perhaps you're going to be doing lots of reconnecting with others, coming up this summer, or getting married in the summer, or or going to a wedding, or being invited to these kind of celebrations could be coming up for you next year. Now, yeah, you might be beginning to remember things, as I said, differently, because you've healed these things, and you're trying to, and you're seeing things, the more positives, seeing the happier over the sadder times. You might be coming out of a period of grief, for example, where you were seeing things quite darkly, and now you're beginning to see things, in a brighter light, because you've gone through so much healing. And you might be able to use them, these story, or whatever it is that you have been working through. You, the dreamer, dare to dream, embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, and trust yourself. So this could be the thing that you're feeling, that you've worked through quite a lot of, past pain, historical pain, and you're seeing things differently. You're, the dreamer has butterfly wings, really beautiful card here. Dreaming with wings, emerging, transforming, seeing things, more brightly, having a sense that, your past is gone, it's behind you, and you could be now seeing things, more, kind of a brighter, more optimistic way. Tune into the portals of your heart. Your heart needs you, your inner temple. Definitely, if you don't have any rose quartz already, I would recommend you get some rose quartz and wear it or carry it with you. Yeah, so you could be just, on the edge of starting a lot of new things, doing new things, seeing things, seeing things can work, or working differently. Perhaps you've had a better attitude implant recently, and you're seeing things, in a much more positive light than you have been for some time. Yeah, because you're the loving energy of the universe. And when you think you've surrendered, you surrender more. So surrender more to your, to your heart, to your heart's desires, wishes, what it is that you want to do, all the things that make you feel like, Queen of Wands bottom of the deck, the creative, fire energy, creative, go-getting, gets on with it, does it, carries it out, has ideas, sees them through. Chariot, yeah, because you're moving forwards. You're taking these things, it looks like you're taking things now and running with them and making the most of them. Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy, yeah, things are changing in your favour. And there might be things you need to still discover, do some research, and the Moon card here. Things you don't know that, will be sort of shown to you in time. And these could be things that are worrying you, because you don't really see, sometimes you don't always see the full picture of where you're going, what you're doing, and where, and things are sort of right as a hatching, or you're just emerging into solidifying things that ideas are now coming to fruition now. Shanti, yeah. So you're angel of peace, new tranquility, and a smoother road ahead. So there could be stuff you've had to cut out, Libra, where you're wanting more peace in your life, you're not wanting any conflict, you're not wanting anything that doesn't serve your highest good. If you've been confused and indecisive, it is because you don't have enough information. So, you know, things are still going to be revealed to you that you don't perhaps know about, but this will all, you know, be revealed to you in good time. You don't have to rush the process. So if you need to do some research, seek expert advice before making a decision, then go ahead. Make sure you get some good advice, trusted advice. And that's another thing, you might have to research who you need to talk to about a certain situation, circumstance, however this resonates, and then, you know, that could help you in some of your decision making. Yeah, so keep charging ahead. You know, you have the Knight of Wands here as well as the Queen of Wands, as well as the King of Wands. You know, that's sort of putting things, that's being active, and the Chariot. You know, these are all action cards which are about you moving forwards with, you know, creative passion, with the passion that you have for life, the passion and the zest that you usually have. So keep charging ahead. Don't take no for answers, and also expect miraculous solutions to appear. Because when you let go, God, fuck fear, fuck fear. So if that's been holding you back, Libra, you've been a bit nervous or scared or tentative of doing things, or doing new things, or taking chances. The Chariot, you know, moving forwards, knowing that, you know, your journey isn't obvious, and there'll be bumps in the road and everything. You know, don't hang on to that, because, you know, fuck fear, it will lie it will lie in your face. It's, fear isn't real, you know, it will tempt you off your path, and fear will stop you, you know, doing the things that you really need to do, want to do, love to do, enjoy doing. Love it. You're the shit. You're the shit, so don't forget it. And you need to do some, you know, affirmations, reminding yourself, you know, remind yourself of, you know, how good you are, how talented you are, how, you know, creative you are, how fun you are, you know, popular you are, Libra, as well. You know, remind yourself that that you are the shit. So yeah, and also your mind is a powerful healing tool. You are enough. You are powerful. And a few more came out, but that's too many. Yeah, and you're focused. So you've got it all going on. It's just you have to start, you know, more belief in yourself. More belief in yourself. More self-belief. More kids just keeping everything in momentum as well. Don't worry about the outcome. Just keep things in momentum. So, you know, this could be a love situation too here, Libra. That, you know, is, you know, could well have a very positive outcome. But you just can't see it yet. So, star healing, yeah. So, Aquarius energy. So, yeah. The star, you could be, you know, your crown chakra could be opening, to being developing, strengthening, opening, healing, or you could be feeling, you know, like you're the centre of attention. It could be because it's your, you know, birthday season. You might be feeling really good about that, and had some really good news recently. Or well, still, you know, working on your healing. That's such a beautiful card. Yeah, so, you know, that's all good energy. And home. So you have Goddess Vesta. Your household situation is improving you through a move or healthy change in the occupants, or just a change, you know, of any kind of description. But, you know, that could be something that you also are working on, or want to be working on, improving. You know, perhaps you're feeling very peaceful at home at the moment. Your home feels very nice, or you're working on that. Yeah, and love yourself. You have Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. So you definitely need to work on your heart chakra a little bit here, Libra, because, you know, you also need to balance that, of course, with, you know, with your mental prowess. But do, you know, it's easy when we get hurt by others. You know, it's very easy thing. I say easy, I mean you can literally feel your heart chakra closing. You know, if you're in tune with that, you can feel it closing, and that can be, you know, that's a fear-based thing. You know, obviously, you know, if you're hurt in your heart, you know, you want to protect it, and and it will close. And so you know, that's an exercise you possibly need to work on, is how to, you know, keep breathing into it. Do some chakra cleansing, chakra work that you can do, visualizations and things, and you know, carry rose quartz, and pay attention to that, so that you don't get sort of rooted in any sort of fear-based thinking. You know, where you think you're not enough, or you're not lovable, or you know that you know, and you know, a situation that could rile you, or you know, trigger you. You know, no matter what the outward appearance may be, you know, keep that in mind. You know, you love yourself enough to walk away from things that are, you know, not good for you. You love yourself enough to say no. You love yourself enough to, you know, protect your you know, to have good boundaries. You love yourself enough to take time for you, you know, to relax, to unwind, not to be on the go all the time. You know, and others, you know, understand that, you know, whatever it looks like on the outside, everyone is going through sometimes their own personal hell that you know nothing about. That's an extreme, you know, that it could be that they're having a difficult day, or you know, you don't know, because we have great outside. We wear masks a lot, or not we, but a lot of us have, you know, our protective ways. So consider that if you might be having a bad day, the person next to you might also be having a bad day. And if someone's behaviour, you know, triggers you because they're not feeling so good within themselves, then they might be telling you something that you need to fix in you, for example. Don't react, you know, respond, don't react. Be compassionate towards that person, because you don't know what, as I said, what that person is going through on the inside, as much as they don't know what's going on with you on the inside either. So practice more self-love, and, you know, try to look at every situation you're in, you know, with a more loving attitude. You know, smile more, you know, tune into your fun aspect of you. You know, you're focused, and you know, you might lose focus from time to time, which might frustrate you. So when this happens, obviously you can find ways to refocus, breathe, take time out, understand that you don't have to rush situations. You can have help. People can help you with whatever it is that you're doing right now, manifesting or creating. You know, everyone's going through it. We've had a big energy shift recently, and there'll be another one very soon. So it's so important to keep yourself grounded. It's so important to you know, give yourself as much love as you possibly can, and you know, others around you to, you know, stay in that loving energy of the universe, because that will, you know, be the thing that moves your life in the right direction, and keeps you on your path. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay. Lots of love. Bye.